So one of the last videos I made, I mentioned on there that angels are not demons. And let me say this first, is that I don't pretend to know everything about the Bible. I've read the Bible. I believe God has a calling on my life. I believe my calling is to teach, and that in doing so, my job is to help people understand the Bible a little bit better. Now, other people believe other things. I can't stop them from believing, what they want to believe. But all I can do is tell you what I believe based on what this word say. And all I can do is show you what the words say. So if I believe it based on what this word say. And there's a lot of preachers that don't agree with that. A lot of preachers, a lot of Bible students, a lot of Bible scholars. I've seen them on TV. I've seen them on documentaries. I see them on, different social media platforms. Like big, well-known guys. Some of them talk to me, some of them don't. But when I am lucky enough to get a response from them, a lot of them have told me that they believe, well, the Bible in Genesis chapter 6, it talks about the Nephilim. And the word used is Nephilim. And that word in Greek or Hebrew, that word, it means fallen, or sometimes you see where it means giant. But in Genesis chapter 6, verses 1 through 5, it pretty much sums up everything that I'm speaking on right now. And it talks about how it says that the sons of God took the daughters of, it says the sons of God saw that the daughters of men were beautiful, and that they took as many as they wanted. It also says that they had children with them. It also says that in those days the Nephilim were on the earth. It says that there were mighty men on the earth, men of well renown. What else does it say? It says that God was angry with man, and that he was ready to destroy the world. And so then it starts talking about Noah and his family, because God has made up in his mind. Also, during those first 5 verses, it says that God said, I will no longer, my spirit will no longer strive with man. So I'm telling you all this because a lot of people believe that because the Bible says Nephilim, they believe that the angels that fell from heaven had sex with women, human women, and that this is why we have giants. And some people even believe demons. But the Bible shows us, now I can see why they think that based on what the word says, but the word says so much more throughout the word, not just Old Testament, but New Testament as well. It says things that show that make me believe differently. So in that very first, in that book itself, where it talks about the sons of God, that's where they get it at. That's one part they get it from. It says the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were beautiful, and they took as many as they wanted. Now there's one thing that stands out to me about that, because immediately after it says that God said, my spirit will no longer strive with man. God says my spirit will no longer strive with man. In other words, I'm tired of trying to get them to do things my way. I'm gonna go ahead and kill them. But why would he say my spirit will no longer strive with man if angels were on the earth doing wrong? See, that's the first thing that stands out to me, is that while these guys are taking as many wives as they want to and taking as many women as they want to, it says, my spirit will no longer strive with man. God was angry at man. So if it was angels taking as many men, as many women as they wanted to, well, if these are angels, how are they going to stop them? But God is angry with man. The Bible makes it clear that he's angry with man at this point. So obviously this is man that God is talking about. That's one thing that just common sense to me. Another thing is that it says the sons of God took as many. They think that sons of God means angels, but it says the sons of God took as many. It says the sons of God saw the daughters of men. So they look at that, sons of God, daughters of men. Okay, if you look in Luke chapter 3 verse 38, it talks about, throughout that chapter, it talks about the genealogy of Christ all the way back to the beginning. It talks about Christ being the son of I believe it says Joseph, you know, or may say Mary, but I believe it said Joseph. But it talks about who it may not say the son of Joseph, but it talks about the genealogy of Joseph all the way back. And it talks about how, like, for example, it'll say Jesse, it'll say David, or it'll say Solomon, who was the son of David, who was the son of Jesse. Like, it'll say it like that, and it goes all the way back. And when it gets to Adam, it says Adam, who was the son of God. See, the Bible calls Adam the son of God. So this is one part that I believe God is trying to show us, because you know how you always had that question when you were little or whatever, or even as an adult, you may have a question. Well, hold up, if God just made Adam and Eve, where did all those people come from? Did their children sleep together? Like, what happened? Well, Adam was the son of God. The Bible says so. Now, in this chapter, Genesis chapter 6, it says the sons of God saw the daughters of men. So I believe this is where God is trying to show us, okay, yeah, Adam was the first man I made, but he wasn't the only man I made. See, Adam had children. One of his children was Cain. And when Cain got punished by God, it said he left and went and found a wife. Well, where would he find a wife from if there were no other men on earth? So when God made Adam, he made him a wife. So this lets us know that God obviously made more than just Adam. He made other men and gave them wives. So this first generation were children of God. So the sons of God. Now the second generation, any girls that were born, these were daughters of men. They didn't come directly from God. They came from the men and women who had sex and bore them. So the first generation was the sons of God. The second were the sons and daughters of men. So this is why it's saying the sons of God saw the daughters of men and took as many as they wanted. Now, in Jude chapter 1 verse 6, it says that the angels that fell from heaven are in hell, in chains. In 2 Peter verse 2 and 4, it actually says the angels that were thrown from heaven, that they're in pits in hell, and they're in chains of darkness, and they're waiting for judgment. God placed them there and has kept them there for judgment. So the angels aren't running around on earth making babies. The only angel that's loose is the devil. That's the only one that we know is not chained up and that's running around doing what he want to do. And even his power is limited. Jesus said in Luke chapter 10:18, he saw Satan fall like lightning. So these angels fell from heaven, and they have been in chains of darkness in hell ever since. This is why I said in my other video, angels are not demons. The demons and evil spirits that we have to battle with on this earth today are not angels that fell from heaven, are not dark angels. All those angels that fell from heaven are in chains in hell. The Bible says so, and they're reserved there for judgment. Also, I want to point this out too. In Numbers chapter 13, verse 33, it talks about, Joshua. Joshua sent scouts out to go look into, when they were headed to the promised land, he sent out spies, and they found a land that was filled with giants. If the angels had sex with women, and that's how these giants came about, that whole world was washed away. So how in the world would there still be giants after Noah's generation? It doesn't add up. So the Bible to me shows us so much evidence that that's incorrect. What a lot of these guys think, that angels are demons, or thinking that angels were responsible for giants. So I just wanted to, just put a little teaching out there, because I came across it the other day, and I've been wanting to speak on that, just for so that y'all won't be confused on that if you do ever hear it. But that's all I got about it, man. My inbox is always open if you got any questions. Love y'all. Be blessed. Be watchful.